Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a Thrifty Thursday video, and that's a open collaboration with Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, as well as I always use the hashtag Thrifty Canucks because, of course, I'm in Canada. This is the haul from another auction. And if you watched my last haul video, you saw some spectacular purchases there. This is different. I'm hoping that, I know I'm going to have, I'll warn you right now, I'm going to have difficulty keeping in frame because some of these things are big. I have mountains around me that I hope do not collapse before this is all over. This box, I just had it here because I like the patina. Obviously, it has seen better days, and I'll just get that out of the way and get right to it. This was one of the things that was, just stacked in one of the boxes. And I'm sure you've been dying to know what veterinary fees were in 1952. So I'll just tell you that, castration had its own section, but maybe we'll skip past that. So for instance, dehorning was 50 cents a head. That's a heck of a deal. Consultation at the office was $1 or $2. Prescriptions were $1. Extracting teeth was anywhere from $2 to $10. So as a farm kid, that is obviously of interest to me. This pile here was a lot of books and magazines. The books are really nothing to write home about. A veterinary one, so pictures of animals in various states of disease are not that appealing. This one is all text. I think it's 1922. So again, I mean, the cover is reasonably good. Lots of old paper. This one, coming through the rye, did I double check on the date? 1924, does have not so much illustrations as probably photographs. So, there's some merit to that. This one has kind of a cute cover, but not much else to it other than these flourishy little things. So we won't waste any more time on that. This is a cute little booklet. I don't know who Uncle Jim is, but I guess that he had a show. So again, some nice patinaed paper there. I have really no interest in airplanes. This is kind of cool. The Singer Dressmaker Guide. If you wanted to know how to do a buttonhole or a pocket or whatever. I'm not sure on the date on this one. Well, the latest copyright date is 1948, so from the 60s to the 80s. 1945. Basically, the appeal here is some of the ads, some of the artwork. I haven't really flipped through it that well. And these prices must have been dealer prices. I paid slightly more than this for the whole pile. So not 1969. This is about fishing and lures and tackle and all that. This is a hardware catalog from 65, 66. And does anyone besides me, depending how old you are, does anyone besides me remember pole lamps? Like, this used to be the thing. Everybody had one or more. A couple of Life magazines, 1947 and 1959. So nothing so great there. This was I bought a box, and I'll talk a bit more about that later. It was a random lot of things. Most of it will end up in the garbage or be donated. But this was in the box, as was a glass insulator that electrical lines on power poles run through. But this was kind of cool. I didn't know at the time till I got it home and opened it. This is, and again, I can't show you everything at once, but it shows, I guess it's like the, it amounts to color swatches of these Clairol hair colors. And because these are fairly heavy boards, I can see, cutting two off and using them as a cover. So I think that will be great. Okay, let me bring in the next bunch. There was, again, this was tucked in something else, just some miscellaneous stuff like this, a package of envelopes that has never been opened, a couple of larger coin envelopes, and a lot on its own was this Eaton's 1901 catalog. Now, of course, it is not original. I can't remember if the one I bought was a reprint or a reissue, but I mean, it's amazing to see what was available by catalog in 1901. And I think these pages will obviously find their way into either some paper packs that I put together and or just as, an interesting piece of paper in a journal. So there's that. Might have overpaid for that, by the way. Now this, trying not to hit my camera, this is a 6-inch tall tin by 10 inches across, and this was a lot of stamps. And I had a little bit of fun going through this yesterday. I clearly won't show you everything. There are these cute little glassine, I guess, bags. I don't know why some of these stamps are grouped the way they are, but I mean, you can see how much there is here. These ones at the bottom here, the ones that are basically loose, these are all stamps that have never, with the exception of something like that, stamps that have never been used. So I know that there's terminology around that kind of stuff. Like, I guess if it's a corner of a sheet, it's called a corner block. So I'm going to have to obviously go through this in more detail. This is more stamps that I could use in a lifetime. So I will be figuring out how to bundle some, and they will end up in the Etsy shop. Again, some really old stamps, some stamps that I've never seen before. And I also salvaged this airmail envelope, all of these glassine bags from Canada Post, and this whole thing, I grouped together all the airmail tags. This envelope was in the can. I just put in here all the Christmas stickers and miscellaneous bits of ephemera that were in there, including somebody's address labels. And again, don't want to show that, or even an obituary, don't want to show that or use it unless the person is pretty sure that, it's so old that nobody would care anymore. The other thing that was in there are a selection of these tiny little envelopes, and most of them have a tiny little card in them. This one is especially cute. It's a landscape. Not a tight fit, obviously. Ugh. So isn't that just so sweet? So several of those. This is Oh, I never even looked through this. These are old Christmas tags. You can just tell some of those have been around a while. I'll have to look at that a little more closely. One of the other, well, a couple more things. I wonder, because there were so many new stamps in this collection, if this woman might have worked for Canada Post. This is a little pad of probably stickers. You know, it's a declaration that the consignment doesn't contain any dangerous substance or non-mailable matter as defined under the Transportation of Dangerous Goods Act or Canada Post Corporation Act. So those are kind of cool. And the other thing that was a real mystery, whoops, this thing is leaking, are these little, well, it says comet stars. And this is what they look like. They're very teeny weeny. It says that there are 105 gummed decorative, my goodness, this is hard to pick up, of these little guys in here. And I tried to sort of refold it so they're not spilling everywhere, but those are certainly cute too. I don't know if the adhesive would still work on them or not, but I was thrilled with this purchase. So let me move that out of the way and show you maybe the creme de la creme. And the only reason I say that is because I didn't have any of this before. This is my very first roll of music paper, piano roll paper. You know what I mean. Nice patina box. I don't really know how you can tell the date. Now it does say patented September 1904. Kind of cool the way it has these wooden blocks at the end to keep the roll from getting damaged. So I had this, and the reason I got this is because it was in that lot box that I said was, you know, largely unusable to me, but had the glass insulator for a power pole and the Clairol thing. Now, I, up until the other day, never had any T cards. Now these two bundles are completely intact sets of 15 cards each, again in very crinkly, crumbly little glassine bags. Again, I will never use all of these in my lifetime, so I expect that I will figure out a way to, you know, rebundle them and have them again in my Etsy shop. So besides those complete sets, I did have a little fun sorting these guys yesterday. So I grouped all the bird ones together, even though this represents probably 3 or 4 different categories. Songbirds, birds of North America, I can't remember what the other two were. I put all the well, no, did I? What are these guys? Oh, there were 3 or 4 fish. These are animals and their young, and animals of North America. So I kind of grouped all these together. These guys are animals of Africa. Like, who wouldn't love a warthog in their journal? These are flowers. I think, yeah, wildflowers of North America. Not very many butterflies. A whack of dinosaurs. And just as a token, a CN rail car, or engine. This is a transportation through the ages series, and thank goodness there weren't too many of these because, again, not that appealing. I guess this envelope held some of them, and this was the way you could. Okay, this is for butterflies, but there was probably the same thing for every other category or every other series. So it says mark squares for butterfly cards required. And you could get the ones you needed for $0.01 each. You could get the whole set for 50 cents. You could get an album for 25 cents. And yeah, that is kind of cool as well. So that sums up my latest haul. And that again was through auction. I think that I'm happy about, obviously, the piano piano music roll, the tea cards, and all those stamps. The books are kind of just a bonus, I guess. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that if you're on a thrifting mission of some sort, whether in a thrift store, a consignment store, an auction, well, certainly in Canada, it's not garage sale season at all. So I'm hoping that the lighting was really good today. I live in the part of Alberta that has on average 321 days of sunshine a year. So that is not too shabby. Anyway, take care. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.